My name's Ken Frederick, and I want to say thanks for taking the time from your day to allow me the opportunity to talk with you. As my resume indicates, I've worked for, almost the last 30 years for the Jefferson County Open Space Program. This program, located just west of Denver, Colorado, in the foothills, varies in elevation, from about 6,000 feet to almost 10,000 feet, and I describe it as actually being kind of an urban-rural interface. The Denver metropolitan area has close to 1.5 million to 2 million visitor, actual population of 1.5 million to 2 million, and the county open space program here is one that's, well, it's really pretty unique. I've described it as an open space program that has bears and mountain lions, and the unique quality associated with that is that the bears and the mountain lions aren't in cages. They're free to roam because it's actually their backyard and their land, their property. When I stepped into the program at Open Space as a trail supervisor, this was in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. It had just about 50 miles of natural surface hiking trails and just a little over 19,000 acres of parks. Currently, I manage over 200 miles of hiking trails, and we have about 50,000 acres of parks that are in, I think there's almost 30 different locations around the county. It's all great work, and I'm one of those more lucky people that, frankly, probably never worked a day in their life, simply because of the type of work and the career that I've chosen. One of the more notable circumstances or things that I guess maybe I could share with you that I'm most happy about or most proud of as it relates to my work with the Open Space Program. And on my resume it talks a little bit about my work with the Youth Work Program. And most recently I received a phone call from a woman while I was at my desk, and she was making an inquiry about our Youth Work Program and when it started and what have you. And as I slipped on my Open Space marketing and PR hat and slipped into my spiel about it, she interrupted me very quickly and said, "Oh no, Mr. Frederick, you don't need to tell me about the program, because 20 years ago I worked for you, and I want my daughter to work for you as well. It was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, and I think that it'd be great for her to be able to experience the same thing that I did." Over the years, I've done a variety of different consulting types of things. I've developed trails master plans. I've worked with recreation management plans. I've worked with homeowners associations. I've worked with developers. I've worked with federal, state, and local government agencies. But I think probably my greatest experience personally, as it relates to this consulting work that I've done has been some of my travels. I've actually traveled internationally. I've been to Italy twice, once up into the northern part of Italy and to Cortina in the Dolomite region, another time into along the Mediterranean coast, in a little town, a little village called Finale Liguria. Both of those, as well as my trip to Mexico, were efforts sponsored by the International Mountain Bike Association, where the fundamental goal or objective was promotion of trails and responsible recreational use, good trail design, construction. We managed and we met with a variety of different local individuals, organizations that were advocating cycling and trail use, as well as local governments. But probably, again, the greatest international travel I had was a couple of years ago, when I had an opportunity to travel on a program sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service International Program, and also the United States USAID program, where I was with a team of individuals that went to Lebanon, and we spent a week or 10 days in Lebanon. What they're doing in Lebanon is really a remarkable effort. They're establishing a trail that, when completed, and largely is completed already, it's just simply a matter of linking it and marketing it, but a trail that will travel from the northern end of Lebanon to the southern end of Lebanon, connecting these small villages along its route. And what I did when I was there was I met with political officials, government individuals, and leaders in the villages, and we had these not town meetings, but small group meetings where we talked about the trail development, what kind of opportunities it presented, what kind of challenges they might experience as it unfolded, and what they might do to face those challenges effectively as the program was developed. And it was a great experience. The passion and the idea that this trail would bring economic benefit into these communities was a great one. Colorado Outdoor Training Initiative was a 501c3 program that's mission was to develop and deliver land stewardship training to volunteers and agency personnel. As a founding member and chairman of the board of directors, my responsibilities were to secure funding and ensure that the organizational objectives were met. The mission for the COTI program was many-faceted, but when realized, would result in improvements to the landscape as a result of efforts by volunteers. Over the course of the past decade, as a result of my leadership and the truly inspiring contribution from many, many others, tremendous progress has been made towards satisfying that vision. You know, I think I've taken just about as much of your time as I really feel like I should here today. But before we wrap it up, I really feel like I'd like to take this outside where I'm actually just a little bit more comfortable. So I'll be back in just a second and we'll wrap this up. Thanks for meeting with me out here on the trail. I wanted to just simply tell you that and reinforce that I really do feel comfortable both in a boardroom or office environment or in the deep forest and out on a trail. So, I look forward to meeting with you and talking with you about how we might most quickly or expediently decentralize the CDTA operations and engage the local communities along its route in the completion of the trail. I honestly believe that all my life experiences have prepared me to lead the CDTA into the next evolution of its existence. And wanted to say thanks again for taking the time from your busy day to spend this time with me. Have a great afternoon.